Hi there, Desert Punk here, and I just got done with a Center of the Earth video, so I thought, why don't I do a Puroresu Kingdom one, just for the fucking shits and giggles of it. Someone will actually click this one, even though it's just me ranting about my own fucking save, so I don't know about that. I don't even remember. I'm sure I had a point to this. I'm more or less, I wasn't going to ever do another Puroresu Kingdom because Japanese wrestling has really pissed me off, just like American wrestling has pissed me off. Yes, I've become that bitter old. Um, I've been told that Puro is not the correct pronunciation. It's Proresu. So if you just go Puro, I don't even know what the fuck how to pronounce that. But Japanese wrestling, I've become that bitter old Japanese wrestling smark that I used to hate. But here I am, and I was getting that way anyway, and it's gotten better. Wrestling, that is. Um, but kind of shitty way that Morishima was dealt with, and how he was kind of he had to retire, but they weren't going to give him his retirement match. And Pro Wrestling Noah was sucking Bushi Rhodes' dick, and then they fucking sold to some other dude and decided not to suck Bushi Rhodes' dick no more. Just fucking Tawai and Marufuji and all those guys. Just fuck you. Okay, I'm so fucking bitter about that shit to this day. Uh, Yes, I am. But anyway, so I'm not into it, right? But I am. I love the wrestling. I hate the politics, and that's the problem when you fucking get into Japanese wrestling a lot. You get to find out that they're just as full of shit as a Vince McMahon or anybody else. So anyway, um, like I said, I wasn't gonna do one again, but for some reason, I really fucking wanted to do like a what if fed for myself, where Morishima was still wrestling or came back. Um, and that was always fun to me to cherry pick. You know, obviously you can't get all the best guys, but who could you fear if you had money and you really were running the Fed? Who could you possibly get? Could you get the lower time guys? Could you buy somebody from fucking Big Japan? Or you're not gonna get anyone from New Japan or anything. But I'm rambling. Just an E-Fed. So I wanted to do that, and of course my OCD didn't let me just stop at updating the guys that actually fucking I wanted to use. My OCD said you gotta fucking update everybody. Yes, so I fucking had to update everybody. Um, and so since I was updating everybody, I said fuck it, let's just do another fucking Pro Wrestle Kingdom, and I started having fun with it. And I started adding people. I got to see wrestlers that I actually fucking liked, which was nice. Um, but anyway, and I'm still not happy with the current state of. I'm looking for my fucking pics on there because I don't have them on my computer. I just have them on my photo bucket. Well, they're on my laptop, so it wouldn't do me any good to try to get them on my PC anyway. But that's not true. Well, the picture thing is true, but me not like a pro wrestling, that's not true. I've just been reminded, and I haven't been keeping track of them since they fucking put the title on Masked Mystery for a mysterious reason. I was really into Guts World Pro Wrestling, and I really wanted to bring them the Fire Pro. So, and I was lucky enough that a friend of mine, Rob Thorne, trying to remember his actual name instead of his Fire Pro. It's very close to Rob Thorne, but anyway, um, he agreed to do a logo for me. Um, and I really wanted to bring them the Fire Pro because I think they're a very underrated Fed. They're a very good Fed, small time, but a lot of good wrestling and a lot of guys that don't really get a shot at the big leagues for some fucking reason. And of course, Mr. Ganosuke coming out of retirement, having some of the best matches of his career. And that's the beauty of an old veteran wrestler, if you ask me, is that they can't go out there and do all the shit that they used to do, so they have to make every move count. They have to fucking get the most out of every fucking move that they make when they care. Now, like I watched Mr. Ganosuke versus Mass Mystery, you could tell that okay, I don't really give a flying fuck about this. I've been having killer matches with Daisuke, and now I'm fucking uh, wrestling Mass Mystery. And Master Mystery is he's definitely a homegrown talent. They like him. He's booked, not necessarily strongly, but he's always booked to overcome odds. So I guess that's kind of strongly. But he usually gets his ass kicked majority of the match. Comes back and wins with a flash pin or something. Um, so what's heroically maybe kind of an underdog character. I'm not a fan of him. Um, but anyway, so anyway, he's booked that way. But they also have other guys, and obviously they can't, the gooder, the better talents like a Daisuke or whatever. There's always the chance that they're going to get a shot at going to a big Japan or an All Japan or something like that eventually. And that also brings me to the fact that All Japan's actually kind of good, where they lost all the burning guys except for Akiyama. Um, and talk about fucking bullshit. Okay, that whole fucking burning fiasco. They all fucking leave Noah because they think they're gonna get that fucking Shirashi speedboat money over in fucking All Japan. They get over there and Muda's like, "Fuck you guys." He goes and fucks forms Wrestle One, which is just this weird promotion unto itself. Um, and then all of a sudden, there's no money in All Japan because Miss Baba. Guess what Miss Baba wants, and if she don't give up the money. Um, So, what did they do? Fucking go Shiozaki, Kenmaru, those cocksuckers. They go fucking back to Noah and get that money. Now, because now Noah has money, because new investors and what have you. And it shows you how much money actually means. And I know that's supposed to be the end game no matter what, but in Japanese wrestling, there's at least the illusion that loyalty matters, which of course ultimately it doesn't. Because there's been a shakeup the last few years. There's guys that left Wrestle One I never thought would leave, Muto and stuff. Um, Hama and those guys left. Toro Suzuki, he wouldn't go back to Noah, and they couldn't afford him in All Japan, so he went freelance or went to 0-1 more or less. So there's guys that still have some credibility with me, but then there's other guys that I'm just soured on, like Murafuji. He's taking the fucking Bushiroad money. He's getting fucking booked in main events over in fucking New Japan. He's sucking New Japan's dick. Noah overall is suffering to it to put over his fucking friend Minoru Suzuki, who is a fucking talented wrestler. I'm not putting Minoru down. He's over there trying to fucking help out from what I can tell. But fucking Marufuji, the homegrown guys are getting shoved to the fucking side just so they can suck fucking New Japan's dick. Like it needs fucking sucked. Um, and then I look at New Japan and I see guys like Hiroki Goto that should be fucking main eventing. There's no reason for them not to be fucking main eventing, and they're being fucking lackeys that can't even fucking win the IC belt. And it just pisses. And Ishii, fucking awesome. How awesome is Ishii? He turned out. I didn't know he could wrestle like that. All those years he was a fucking jobber. All of a sudden, he's fucking presented credibly and given a chance to shine, and he fucking shines. And he's just kind of stuck there too. And I'm glad Naito fucking finally got to that main event scene. Took him fucking long enough. And of course, Nakamura left, so that freed up some room because it was the Tanahashi show forever, and then it was the Okada show. And I could rant all day on New Japan, like Kenny Omega. Love Kenny Omega. He's always one of my favorite wrestlers. I like Kenny Omega, and I'm not like this Jim Cornette fucking guy that puts him down because of his DDT comedy shit. My problem with Kenny Omega is I've seen him wrestle proper. I've seen him wrestle good. I've seen him wrestle with good psychology. Where the fuck did that go? Where the fuck is that? It's not there anymore. Fucking stupid ass fucking facial expressions and fucking crazy ass fucking moves have taken its place. So I don't hate Kenny Omega. I'm mad at him because the fucker can do a lot better, and he doesn't. It's just like fucking Tanahashi. Fucking take a pin every fucking now and then. Good God, man. Fucking Hulk Hogan got pinned more than your ass didn't like. Probably not. Hogan probably didn't get pinned way as much. Tanahashi probably got pinned a lot more, especially in his younger days. But that's not the point. It's just bitterness. I'm ranting. Um, this was supposed to be about save, wasn't it? Not me ranting about current pro wrestling. Um, and I found myself during this save. I found myself enjoying Dragon Gate. Such a hard pill for me to swallow. I enjoyed Dragon Gate. They did a better job. Fucking Dragon Gate did a better job of being a credible wrestling promotion with to me than the fucking big ones. Now nothing wrong with Dragon Gate. I just too much flippiness, floppiness, not enough selling. Which last few matches I watched, there's actually some pretty good fucking selling and psychology. Oh my god, storytelling. But mostly I hate them for the simple fact that their fucking stables change every fucking 4 months. At least one of them. There's always fucking heel turns and everything else. But I watched Monster Express versus K or Berserk or whatever the fuck they're called, and I enjoyed it. It was a fun match. Presented properly. It had drama. It had build, and it was a fun match. And Monster Express went in there the underdog, and they played it up. Of course, it was Tozawa's final, you know, send off before he goes to WWE for a few years. Um, and it was just really well done. It was nice. It was good, and I enjoyed it. So props to Dragon Gate. But I'm not completely bitter on Noah. There are new things. Nakajima's awesome as always. Sujira, whatever the fuck his name is. Good as always. Masa Kitamaya turned into a fucking good wrestler. He was finally allowed to fucking grow and show what he could do, and he's turned into a good wrestler. And by modern standards, a heavyweight. Um, I'm just and Kumagoro is kind of getting this weird Morishima-esque push because you remember back in the day, Morishima kind of got his ass kicked by everybody, and then he joined with Takashi or Takeshi Rikio, and he came badass. And Kumagoro joined with Manabu Soya, kind of became more of a fun badass or whatever. But then Morishima, when he split up with Rikio, he became a badass, started kicking ass. And Kumagoro in Wrestle One, same thing. So maybe there might be hope for me because I have to have loyalty to similar wrestlers. My loyalty for Morishima almost directly stems from the fact that he reminds me of Kodo Fuyuki. So maybe I can get behind Kumagoro, which will suck because I'll have to watch Wrestle 1. But other than that, yes. Um, and if Morishima comes back, then all of it will be for naught, and it'll be alright. Um, I've been ranting a lot and kind of mean and bitter about this. I don't want you to think that I'm looking down on anybody that enjoys current pro wrestling in Japan. I'm not, for the most part. Of course, there's guts and there's wrestlers here and there that I care about. But other than that, no. And I'm still not seeing fucking pictures. I know I posted previews. Fuck it. What's it matter? I guess there's the fucking video. You know what? You can check that out. You probably, if you're watching this video, you probably already looked at the save. Um. Oh, people I made. Good. Yoshitatsu, Kenny Omega, Raijin, Fujin, blah 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 blah. Updated appearances. Um, what else was I going to talk about? I don't remember. I don't really remember what the fuck I was talking about. There's no real point to this video, is there? No, not really. I'm sorry. Um, will you see another Pro Wrestle Kingdom? Never say never, but not anytime soon. And as always, as if I have to keep reminding people, there's nothing stopping you from going out here and making. I give you permission to even use the fucking Pro Wrestle Kingdom name. If you want to go out here and update my save and have your own version of it, you can release that shit tomorrow if you want to. If you want to go out there and you want to fucking research fucking matches and you want to get the fucking pinfall combinations and priorities and everything, you want to get the appearances, you want to get keep track of every fucking roster and fucking trying to. It's actually very hard to narrow down a save to 500 wrestlers. Um, because believe it or not, if you count the low level indies, which I usually have more fun out of, there's a shit ton of wrestlers in Japan. There's way more than 500 active. And that's not, and you start dragging the barrel, don't get me wrong, you get to the low end. I mean, there's some really fucking obscure feds. There's some really obscure feds, and you have trouble finding them if you search them in their Japanese name. Because that's the trick. You want to find fucking videos and pictures for up to date shit that, because Noah or whoever or whatever will give you a fucking copyright strike for fucking posting matches on YouTube in English. Same fucking shit's on YouTube in Japanese, still there, bootlegged. You can find it. Still confused by that. Not sure how that works. And you have to learn a little bit of Japanese because guess what? Google Translate does not do the best job. And it also helps that you have friends that can speak Japanese and do it for you. But anyway, it also helps if you're friends with the guy that runs the biggest English Puroresu site around. But anyway, if you want to go out there and you want to fucking put in the effort, because there's a lot of effort that goes into fucking Puroresu Kingdom Show. I love other saves like Center of Earth and stuff, but not nearly as much effort goes into it. You can pick any time frame. Like when I make a before Pro Wrestle Kingdom, I released Real World 2006. That shit's easy. It's in the can. It fucking is set in stone. It's there. Pick a fucking attire from 2006. Get the move sets. It helps if you use a shitload of DJ Cam templates. Thank you, DJ, by the way. Um, but it's easy because it's there. It's set in stone. A lot of that shit's online for free. Even fucking posted by WWE itself. You don't have to worry about that. But if you're doing a current product, if you're doing a current save, well, by the time you finish fucking New Japan and move on and do all the indies, New Japan's shook up again. You gotta redo that fucking shit. It's not easy. You gotta fucking keep tabs on fucking every promotion in Japan. You gotta really put forth effort into fucking getting it there. And it's just a big fucking pain in the ass. And that's why I don't do it. And the whole reason I quit my real world saves was because it became too much. I was trying to juggle Japan and North America, and at the time, 2012, I believe, I really didn't give a flying fuck about North America. So, I focused solely on Japan, and that was fun for a long time while I enjoyed Japanese pro wrestling. And eventually it just became a headache because I kept expanding, kept getting bigger, and then you hit the wall, you hit the limitations of Fire Pro, you hit the 500 edits, and all of a sudden you're kind of fucked because you can either start two saves to keep track of, or you can cut it down and try to fucking manage, and it just becomes to the point, and then your fucking favorite wrestler retires, and you're just like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm projecting, I know, but anyway, this is a very angry video. I don't know why. Point being, there is no point. I'm ranting, I'm rambling, I'm angry for some reason. Hope you enjoyed the save. I did it mostly for you guys. God knows, if it wasn't for you guys and OCD, I wouldn't even touch Dragon Gate or New Japan with a 10-foot pole. But I do. Um, One, it's fun to beat up a lot of New Japan guys with Morishima. That's true. But two, it makes people happy, and it's one of those rare saves I actually get fucking feedback on. Which I always tell guys, always people come up to me and they're like, I'm not as popular as you were DJ, you know. I never get any feedback on my save. If you're doing saves for feedback, you're doing them for the wrong fucking reason. You ask DJ, he gets about twice as much feedback as me, and that's not a fucking lot. You get 5 or 6 guys that are willing to fucking help you do research if you're lucky. Otherwise, you might get somebody that's cool enough to do you logos. But other than that, you're on your own. You're making this shit for you and the fucking silent majority. Um, there's people that all the time will pop up and give you a thank you and you're awesome or this is cool, but they don't fucking go into detail. They don't tell you, man, I really, I had a ton of fun. I simmed your DDT guys and they were great, or I simmed your New Japan guys and they were great. You don't see that shit. You don't see that shit. You don't see that shit if you're fucking DJ KM and he's the fucking king of save packs. You do not see that shit. That does not happen. So if you go out there and you want to fucking make a save pack, do it first for yourself, and then do it for your fans that actually fucking download it. Because they will eventually carry it over. Because eventually, if you keep doing them like me, and I don't know about DJ, we'd have to talk to him, but you don't do them for yourself anymore. You can get into the rhythm and you can have fun with it, but basically, I'll be lying to you if I said that I just turn on Fire Pro every day because I've turned on Fire Pro almost every day since 2007. Fucking 10 years. Almost 10 years. Pretty much every day. Fire Pro. It is ingrained into me. I am always working on saves. I am always fucking making shit. You don't always see it because I don't always release it because most of it's I don't even know if anybody would want it. But I'm always doing shit. I have like fucking more saves than I can know about. And then you look at a guy like DJKM, he's got even more saves than me. And I'm pretty sure it's the same fucking thing with him. You just do it for so long that it's just there. And what do you do if you don't have that? Fuck, I got a spare PS2 and a spare mint copy condition, two mint condition Fire Pro returns PS2 discs, waiting for the day when not only my disc dies, but my PS2 dies. And that's almost kind of sad now that I think about it and say it out loud. Um, so again, no point to this video. Thank you for downloading my work. I really do it for you. Believe it or not, as much fun as it is for me, and much habit forming as it can be for me, there's also a lot of misery to it. Um, but honestly, you certain saves I do for me, like Center of Earth. That's not for you guys. That's for me. Fuck you guys. But Puroresu Kingdom, for sure, is for you guys. I want you to understand, as my fans, and if you're listening to this, you're probably a fan of mine. I do this for you because I really honestly couldn't give a flying fuck about Japanese pro wrestling at this point, um, until Morishima comes back, or I get a new Morishima, which is not going to happen, I don't think. Plus, I don't think I'll live past 40, so try to get as many saves out of me as you can. You got about 10 more years ago. Anyway, um, take it easy, guys. Later.